Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is Word Origins 250. The word origin, we actually have three word origins today. One is the word origin for John Doe, John, used as a name for the toilet, and John, the man who goes with prostitutes. All right, let's continue. If somebody wants a screenshot, do it right now. Let's get right into it. All of these origins derive from the fact that John used to be one of the most common names. All right. The name John for toilet is believed to derive from the terms the Jakes and the Jacks, which was a medieval term for a smelly bathroom inside or outside a home. So if you were richer, maybe it was inside. If you were not so rich, it was probably outside, even though if it's very smelly, maybe you're better off with it outside anyway. Jake and Jack were very common names. Jake was a diminutive name for John, so it was kind of related to the word John as well. Remember, diminutive is like today, John, maybe a diminutive might be like Johnny, for example. In the 1400s, these names were used for a number of objects. Even today in Ireland, the toilet is referred to as the Jack, so it's still that way in Ireland today. Let's continue. The term for a customer of a prostitute came about because a customer would usually not give his real name and use John since it was so common. So I guess if the guy went with a prostitute, the prostitute asks, "What's your name?" He'd just say John, because he doesn't want to give his real name. So another name for this type of customer is called a curb crawler. All right. I guess they did that because the curb, like C-O-R-B, curb, even though they spell it differently here. I guess if a man was looking for a prostitute, especially a street prostitute, he might drive slowly along the curb and talk to the prostitute to, I guess, make a business arrangement or something like that. The police commonly refer to this type of customer as a John. Of course, it's illegal to be a John. It's also a crime. So sometimes they try to arrest these people too. Let's go on. Nowadays, most commonly, if a dead body is found without ID, the name John Doe is used for a man and Jane Doe is used for a woman. John Doe is used to refer to a man whose real name is unknown or cannot be revealed for legal reasons. All right, so like according to the law. In former times, if a landowner had squatters and was trying to get his land back and get his rightful title, for some reason he would apply with a fake name, and he used to apply with the name John Doe. Now remember, a squatter, that just means somebody who didn't really own the land. They just went on and took it over, just like today. If you had a house or a building and you left it abandoned for a while, nobody was there, and somebody just moved into it, that would be a squatter. So you can imagine in former times this was probably even a bigger problem than it is today. Now, I don't also know why in former times they had to use a fake name, but there was probably something with the law that there was probably a good reason for it. It was referred to as an ejection action. In modern times, we would refer to it as an eviction. Yeah, so if somebody was, at your on your property or in your house, or even an old tenant that stopped paying, you might want to evict them, force them out legally. So John Doe was used for the plaintiff and Richard Roe for the defendant. It is a little odd because both the names Doe and Roe had something to do with deer. We know Doe because we know from the old, a Sound of Music song, doe, a deer, a female deer. So Doe is the name for a female deer. Roe is another type of a species of deer. So they chose those names for some reason. All right. Anyway, we just got three examples to show how we would use it. Here's the first one. I need to go to the John. Is there a toilet nearby? Now, when we do use John for bathroom, it's very informal. It's a slang. I think men use it more than women use it. I don't hear women often say they want to go to the John. You think of like a tough guy, a truck driver, would be typical to use something like this. All right, number two, he was caught in a sting operation and arrested for being a John. So just like I said, that's even though he is the customer, that's illegal for the guy to be a customer, to pay somebody for sex, basically. So, all right, good. And number three here, They have not found out the true identity of that John Doe yet. So they found a dead body of a guy, and he had no ID on him, so they are still trying to figure out his real identity, who he really is. And until they do that, they refer to him as a John Doe. Okay, anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it was clear. I hope it was very informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.